90% of men would fail this test. Can you handle it? "90% of men would fail this test, but not because of lack of talent, but because of lack of courage." This test isn't on paper, it has no answer key, and no one is going to congratulate you for passing. But it defines everything. It defines who you are and who you will become. Most fail because this test demands something few have: discipline. This test happens every single day. When the alarm rings at 5 a.m. and you think just 10 more minutes, when you're tired but you still have to train, when no one believes in you but you keep going. And most fail. They choose comfort, they choose excuses, they'd rather complain than act. David Goggins weighed almost 140 kilograms. He worked exterminating cockroaches at night. He was a victim of abuse, racism, and poverty. But one day he looked at himself in the mirror and decided that no one was going to save him. He lost over 40 kilograms in 3 months. He joined the Navy SEALs, and today he is considered the most resilient man on the planet. He passed the test not because he was strong, but because he refused to be weak. During World War I, a man named Henry Tandy saw his friend explode beside him. He could have given up there, but he didn't. He went back, fought, and saved 70 soldiers alone. He received medals but never sought fame. Why? Because a real man acts in silence. Being a man isn't about talking tough, it's about doing what needs to be done, even when no one is watching. Today, many men want results without effort. They want respect, but they don't set an example. They want bodies, money, status, but they're not willing to pay the price. They live on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, but don't read a book. They talk about discipline, but can't put their phone down for 10 minutes. That's why 90% fail. Teddy Roosevelt, the former president of the United States, was a man of tireless energy. He always said it is better to be in the arena, fighting, even if you fail, than to be a spectator sitting in the stands. He faced illness, wars, and enormous challenges, but he never walked away from the fight. He understood that the greatest heroes are not the ones who never fall, but the ones who rise after every fall. Kobe Bryant spent his life hearing that being the best was impossible. They talked about his height, his technique, his mentality, but he didn't accept the criticism. He didn't let defeats shake him. He sacrificed, he trained until the others left the court, he went through serious injuries but never gave up. In his final year, he played with an Achilles tendon injury. He lost the game but never lost his courage. Because greatness isn't about avoiding failure. It's about what you do after you fail. But the real question is, are you willing to go through all of this? Will you fight even when no one believes in you? Will you get up even when the world wants to see you fall? Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's continuing to walk even with fear. It's doing what's right even when it's easier to do the wrong thing. Life won't give you a second chance. If you fall, get up, and if you fall again, get up stronger. Sylvester Stallone, the famous Rocky, was rejected by dozens of studios before achieving success. He had a hoarse voice, an unglamorous face, and few believed he could be a Hollywood star. He went bankrupt, living on the streets with only $100 in his pocket, but he didn't stop. He wrote the script for Rocky and insisted it be filmed with him in the lead role. And today he's a legend in cinema. He wasn't the best, but he was the most determined, and that's the secret to success. The test is happening now, every day. Every choice you make defines your destiny. The question is, will you give in to fear, doubt, and failure, or will you get up and become the man you were born to be? Because being a man isn't about being perfect. It's about being strong enough to keep going, even when everyone around you fails. And the story, my friend, is made by the men who don't give up. And you can be one of those men. 90% of men would fail, but maybe you're not one of them. Be the example. Be real. Be real man.